Blackjack Smith. And of course, you'll see John Sayers around the side of the ring. I don't know what Sayers is doing here. But Sayers, of course, seems to be coming out whenever Blackjack Smith is around, and Blackjack Smith, on the other hand, seems to be around whenever John Sayers is. But this will be a tag team match. A 15-minute time limit for this tag team match if we can get rid of all the gear and get everybody ready to go. Looks like starting out with Iton versus Blackjack Smith. Now, I don't know a lot about this guy, Blackjack Smith, other than he's from Vancouver, British Columbia. I know that he weighs 250 pounds, and for some strange reason, he thinks of Jonathan Sayers as a friend of his.
Well, Ed Carl, he looks up to me. He worships me. I'm kind of a role model for the young lad, and I'm doing everything I can to help him out in this tough business of professional wrestling. You know, one thing I'd like to allude to, one thing I'd like to touch upon, you know, you remember this Iton. I taught him all the karate, all the Fu Manchu, all that stuff that he knows. I taught him that, Ed Carl.
You did? Well, he's certainly using it right now on good old Blackjack.
Turned on me. As soon as they gain the knowledge of Gentleman John, they turn on me, Ed Carl. Now look at the double teaming here. You saw that right there. There was double teaming, 2 men in the ring, Ed Carl. Just makes me sick when I see this kind of...
I know. You'd never do a thing like that, would you, John?
No, certainly not, Ed Carl. It goes against all my values, the code that I live by.
Yeah, both of them.
Ed Carl, I'd like to say something about the last match. That was so outrageous. I cannot believe this young upstart Rick Davis, the way he assaulted me. He just viciously assaulted me.
Hey, wait a minute. Who brought that knee into the ring?
Well, I brought it out for my fan club in Mont Forest, Ontario, to show them that the gentleman hasn't forgotten them. You just saw that super kick. I think that should be outlawed. I think it's not incredible.
Incredible job with that.
I think it should be outlawed. It's got no part in professional wrestling. And look at that.
Because you don't know how to do one. That's all.
2 men. Ed Carl, I can do all that stuff if I wanted to. But I like to stay I like to stay on the mat and do good, clean wrestling.
Right. Yeah, and it's that knee too. I know. You've had that sore knee.
Well, you know, Ed Carl, I don't like to use that as an excuse. I'm far.
Yeah, you try to find better excuses than that.
Ed Carl, I don't think I like what you're insinuating here. Oh boy, did he ever throw Edwards into the turnbuckle?
The ring moved over about a foot.
I think, yeah, the ring moved over.
This fella Edwards is such a big guy that when they throw him around like that...
Yeah, Mike Edwards goes about 300 pounds. I always watch the stats on the wrestlers to see what the weight, what the height. I like to know. I like to be in the know, Ed Carl. I like to know what's going on at all times. Because it won't be long before the gentleman gets his managerial license back. Well, I'll be back, Ed Carl.
Good luck.
I know my fans are sending in all their letters of protest to the UWA.
Well, speaking of letters, you just reminded me that if anybody does really want to send in a letter and say anything positive about Jonathan Sayers, which I doubt. However, if you want to send a letter for any other reason, you can also send it along to Post Office Box 4700, Vancouver, BC, V6B 4A3. That's All-Star Wrestling. Post Office Box 4700, Vancouver, BC, V6B 4A3. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to take the time to send a letter along, we'd certainly enjoy getting it. And you can send it along to yours truly, Ed Carl. You can even send it along to John Sayers if you, I don't know, can you read, John?
Well, certainly, Ed Carl. You know I'm a great scholastic individual, and I'd like the people to send their letters in to the UWA or promoter Al Tomko, the only wrestler I know with a cauliflower face. Send those letters into Al Tomko. Tell him you want the gentleman back.
Look at this guy, Blackjack Smith. He's got himself a little problem.
Oh, I think that was a low blow. I think he caught him with a low blow. You know, this Edwards is a very untrustworthy individual. If I was the referee, I'd be keeping my eyes on him.
Look at Iton. Iton on the top rope, coming down.
Oh, I'll give Iton his credit. He's a very, very, very classical wrestler. I will give him his due. It's just that I don't like the karate stuff that he uses. It has no place in wrestling.
Well, you shouldn't have taught it to him.
And like I said, I taught it to him in good faith, and he turns around and uses it in the ring. I just can't believe the man. I've washed my hands up.
Well, some debate as to whether he's ever washed his hands. That's another story.
Denton caught him coming in there.
You see what the fans give me here? I've got it right here. You can read it for yourself.
Rip, tell him, moron, Rip. Ed Carl, I don't want to
says on the bottom there.
Says also good on Fat Fuzzy. Get that away from me, Ed Carl. Get that thing away from me.
Let's see if it works on your beard
Ed
here.
Carl, get that away from me.
Well, I got rid of Fat Fuzzy. It works really well. I'm amazed at how good that spray can works. I don't know what's in it, but it does work. We get back to the match here, and it looks like Dirty Danny Denton now putting on most of the abuse. Denton really giving it to Mike Edwards. Oh, and there's 2 in the eye. Oh, and he really let him have it right in the eye. And, of course, Dan Garret getting caught by Iton. Mike Edwards. Oh, boy, Danny Denton knows how to make that move. Edwards taking his time getting up from that one and not going to be over to get the tag in. Good try on the part of Edwards. However, trying to get over and get the tag into Iton, and Denton says, no, 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 not going to get that opportunity. 15-minute time limit in this match as we go into the 7th minute. Back the other way. Edwards ducks out of that one. Comes back and lands it. Oh, does he give Denton a boot right in the face. Denton felt that. Edwards was waiting for him, but swung out on that one. And Denton lands the one that counts. Across the ring the other way. Denton waiting to get that flying tackle in there. These are both pretty big guys. Dirty Danny Denton, 250 pounds. Now, not as heavy as Mike Edwards. But nonetheless, both pretty big fellas. Denton clotheslines him. In for the cover. And does. Dirty Danny Denton. Denton and Blackjack Smith will have that one. Over Iton and Mike Edwards will get a chance to go to ringside. Well, I don't know how Denton got that one, but are you back?